I got these cute little wood cutouts at the thrift store. And I'm gonna change them into something. I'm not sure what yet, but I have to sand them down first. So I'm gonna get my orbital sander and get that started. I'm using 120 grit sandpaper to knock down some of this painting on the wood. After I wipe down the sawdust, it's time to prime. I'm using a Valspar sample paint in a cream color, and I'm using a Sherwin-Williams black semi-gloss for the other arch. So I've put one coat of black semi-gloss paint on this one, and as soon as it dries I'm going to recoat it. This one over here has one coat of satin paint on it, and I'll put another coat on that. So this is the second coat, and I don't know if I really care for I'll show you, the top part that has the red on. I think I'll let the heart, but I think I'm going to go ahead and paint around that edge there. So I'm getting ready to do my own lettering on this, and I want it to be French. This is the language of the heart. I love languages. And I just traced on my Microsoft Word the letter size that I wanted to use. You could also print it out. And then I flipped it over and I held it up to a window, and I've been tracing with my pencil the letters, and then what I'm going to do is flip it back over and put it on here, color over the letter, and then it should transfer on here, and that at least gives me a guide so I don't have to be freehanding the letters on there. So I'm going to continue doing that, and then I'll show you how I transfer it. So I finished tracing with the wrong side up against the window with the pencil. I have all the letters done. Now I'm going to cut apart these and then lay them right where I want to go along the arch. So now I just placed these. I had to cut this, since this word was longer, I had to cut that apart. But I placed them about where I want them, and now it's time to make the transfer. And so here is how I did that. I might have to fix that 1G right there, but pretty easy to make your own. Now to make it even easier, instead of hand painting, I'm just going to use a Sharpie marker to do this. So I decided to pencil on the stencil first so I could see what the pattern looked like before I actually would paint on them, and then it would be easier to line up exactly where I need the stencil. I've also had to flip the stencil over to do opposite sides of the patterns. And now, so the marker that I used isn't so dark, I'm going to take 400 grit sandpaper and just lightly rub over the lettering to make it look a little bit more distressed so it matches with the painted stencil part. And it's okay that some of the black is getting onto this because I'm going to be doing a wash over the entire piece when I'm finished here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just water down a little bit of this craft paint and just lightly coat over this to distress it. So just a little bit, and then about that amount of water. Now I want to be careful because this isn't completely dried and cured, these ones that I stenciled, so I have to be careful that I don't wipe off that paint, because water is going to actually reactivate those. don't know if you can see that, but it's very faint. It's just enough for me to see to use my paint on it. And I'm just using a paint marker here to do the lettering. And I'm going to do these stencils in butter pecan craft paint. The reading from today is from 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Love suffers long, it's bountiful. Love envies not. Love does not boast itself. It's not puffed up. It does no uncomely thing. It seeks not her own things. It's not provoked to anger. It thinks no evil. It rejoices not in iniquity, but in truth. It suffers all things, believes all things, hopes all things. It endures all things. Love never falls away. This is nearly impossible to love this way on our own. The only way to love is to follow the way that Jesus lived and follow his example. And the more that we love him, the more that we'll be able to love others. So the final thing I'm doing is just taking this butter pecan and I'm filling in the letters a little more solid, and if you mess up, you just take some black paint and go around again. And here are the final arches. Let me know in the comments which one you like better. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe.